And welcome to Nancy's Neighborhood, folks. And I have two exciting guests on today, so I don't want to do a whole lot of talking prior to. I want them to do the talking, and because I think it's exciting, the things we're going to talk about. So I have Bethany McCoy from Lee University, and she does their ENCORE.
Yes.
ENCORE. That's not capital, I don't think, but that's ENCORE. And first of all, I want Bethany to tell us what that is, and then to tell us some of the exciting things you're going to do.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Well, yeah, so I actually oversee community relations for the university, and so ENCORE is under that umbrella, and it is just such a wonderful program. It's for ages 16 and above in our community to come and take courses at the university, and so they can take two different types of classes. One is what we call our ENCORE mini courses, and that's this little booklet right here, and this booklet includes 18 different classes that we've created specifically with our ENCORE students in mind.
Okay, now is that what's in the banner?
It is.
Okay,
yes.
good. Okay.
Yes, it's what you saw. If you saw it in the banner, that's what you saw in the banner.
Very good.
But we also offer the opportunity for our ENCORE students to also take traditional courses, which a lot of people don't realize. And of course, it is based upon availability in the classes. But if you can get in one, it's such an incredible experience.
Is it kind of like auditing?
Yes,
okay.
But you can take it for a credit if you'd like. And so we've had some students that said, hey, I think I want to try this out. And so they will take it for a credit and take all of the tests and write all the papers. And, you know, that doesn't sound fun to me.
No, it didn't. You'd already lost me somewhere like take tests or write papers.
But some people do. Yeah. But I think the fun part about the traditional courses and the opportunity to audit them is that you can just glean the information, and if you want to write one of the papers, you can, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. And so we also have students that have audited fly fishing and, you know, outdoor recreation and those types of courses as well.
Okay, so those are standard courses at Lee.
They are.
Okay.
And so they're in this little packet that we have, which is also, you can find it online on our website, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But those are the course offerings that we have, or the two different options that we have. Now, one thing that's really special about this program is that essentially you're getting these classes for free, because all we charge is a $25 registration fee, right? So we're really not even charging you for the classes. We're just charging you a registration fee to help cover, you know, the cost of this, right?
Exactly.
And so you get two classes with that registration fee.
That's amazing.
I know.
That is amazing.
So, and this year we have a really great menu, I think, of classes. Of course, we brought back our traveling course, our Tennessee and Tennis Shoes. I mean, I'm pretty sure Coach Altop is now a celebrity in Cleveland from that class. But they have some wonderful trips planned for this year.
Okay.
Two I will mention in particular is Brushy Mountain Penitentiary. I never say that right. Is it penitentiary? Yes.
Penitentiary.
Okay. I don't know.
Yes.
You guys correct us.
It's the pen, the state pen.
Yeah, the state pen.
Yes.
But the Brushy Mountain, we've been trying to do this tour for several years, and it just has not worked out. And so we booked it last year so that we could go this year. And another trip that we have planned, I put a deposit on it today, is back to the Cumberland County Playhouse. We're going to go see Young Frankenstein.
Oh, neat.
Yes. So that's such a funny, I think it's a funny play.
It is.
So.
It's very funny. Very funny. Yes.
So we're going to go see Young Frankenstein. That was at the request of Coach Altop.
Oh, my gosh. Of course it was.
Yes. So, but then we also offer our computer courses, as we do every semester. And we offer our class on iPhones every semester because I need help with this thing.
Well, you think you do. I definitely need help.
So, but then we have new classes. Like this year we have a class which I think might already be full, but it's called Back to the 60s.
Yes, I saw that, and the beat goes on.
Yes.
Okay, now explain to people why they may already be full.
So, so what we do is once you register for a class, and you take a class for 1 semester or 2 semesters, so you have to be two consecutive semesters, we send you a packet in the mail and offer you a pre-registration opportunity just like we would our traditional students. So our students that are coming back in the fall had the opportunity in March, April, May to go ahead and pre-register for their classes for August, September, October. So we offer our ENCORE students that same type of courtesy.
And that's nice.
Yes, and so that's why some of these may be full already, but here's what I always tell people. There's 18 classes here.
Right.
There's gonna be something, even if you're looking at it and you're on the fence about it, it's $25. Just try it.
That's right. And you've got one here that now I know not everybody is like me that reads British type crime things and stuff like that. But you've got the Dorothy L. Sayers Golden Age Mysteries.
Yes.
I would, if I had time, that's the one I would take because I think I've read all her books.
Yes, well, Dr. Coulter has taught several different mystery courses, and they're always a huge hit. People really enjoy them. And so when he contacted me and said, hey, I've got another idea, I said, please, let's do it. And so I'm excited about that one. That one's going to be really good.
Well, I have a video, 2 sets of videos of her.
Really?
If you'd like to borrow them. So, you know, I mean, they're really good. I like I say, I enjoy them.
Yeah.
So, and you've got some other things. You've got the Great War, World War I.
Yes, and that's a repeat class. We've done it several times. It's always a big hit with our students. Dr. Timothy Lay teaches that class. He's very passionate about the topic, and I think it comes out in his teaching, and so very popular.
Now, this is one that piqued my interest.
Okay.
The history of Christianity and sports.
Right? Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about that one. This was actually a course we wanted to teach last semester. It just didn't work out, wasn't in the cards. And so I said, please try it, you know, for the fall. And so this is the description he gives me. So it's talking about, you know, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, men's and women's Christian associations like YMCA, YWCA, the quintessential softball league, right? So the question is, what relationship does Christianity have with sports? Okay, great question.
Yes.
And it talks about how football and soccer and rugby actually originated as church sports. And then it talks about the interaction between the church and sports leagues now in our modern area. But it'll also have topics of the emergence of muscular Christianity. Okay, so can we think about Power Team and, right?
Oh, okay.
You know, some people are remembering the Power Team.
Yes,
I remember them from when I was younger.
Yes.
And they're going to talk about Sabbath observance, right? So you have some schools, Christian schools, that will say, we will not play sports at all on Sabbath. But then other schools say it's okay.
Right.
And so where do those thoughts come from? And so it's really kind of diving into all of that.
That is interesting because, and I'm glad you told it because I thought, goodness, that's...
I know.
Yeah.
It's
and
a
then
deep
Christianity under the Nazis.
Yes, same professor, right?
Okay.
He's just diving in deep. First go around, he's like, let's get it.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
You know, it's something that is not really talked about very often, right? And so this area was also known as the German church struggle. Okay, and so it's going to talk about that, and it's going to talk about aspects that the church had because they were being pushed to support the Nazi regime, right? But then you had people like Dietrich Bonhoeffer that were saying, no, you know, this is not something you should do. And so there was this struggle between, okay, but we're being pushed this direction, but we know it's not right, and we have leaders like Bonhoeffer that are saying, let's go this direction. So we're going to dive into that.
I think that is great. And then also you're going to do some exercise type fitness for ENCORE years.
Of course, always.
Joint conditioning.
Yes. And you know, that's just stretching your joints, right? So we sit in chairs and do a lot of it that way. There's a little bit of mats and floor movements utilized, but it is primarily in the chair because we want everyone to be able to participate, you know, of course, as many people as we can in the class.
And then another one I thought was interesting was medicine and art.
Yes, so that is a mother-daughter team that teaches it. It's Dr. Jerry Veenstra and then Joy Key, and they team teach that class, and she approaches it from the medicinal side. So she was a dentist at one point in her career, and so she approaches it from that side, and then Joy approaches the art side of it.
Oh, neat. Okay. Well,
Yes.
of course, with my art background, I'm thinking medicine and art. Now, how does that? But these all sound great.
I know, and we have a grief and loss class this year.
Yes, and I think that's wonderful.
Yes, we're really excited about that. I think it's a needed thing for all of us at some point in our life, and I know that I've benefited even at my age with grief, learning how to cope with that, and so I'm excited about that course as well. And let's talk about bioethics.
Bioethics, yes.
Yeah.
Current bioethics.
Current, yes. So we're going to look at things from both the Christian and the secular viewpoint and try to come to a center of, all right, what does this mean? And is this okay or is this not okay? So a lot of discussion in this class.
Now, who's teaching that
Dr.
one?
Veenstra.
Okay. Wow. That will be, I mean, you have some great things here that are offered. And like you say, back to the 60s, the beat goes on, may already be full, but there's so many people my age that, I mean, we can actually tell you stories about the 60s, you know, because
that's the
where
point
we were.
of the class.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so I think this sounds so good. Now, tell everybody what they need to do to register or to how they get in touch with you or what the process is.
Well, if they're really excited about it and they want to go ahead and get a head start, then I would recommend going online. So they can go onto the website www.leeuniversity.edu/ENCORE.
Yes, and we have that on the screen.
Yes,
it's on the
great.
screen.
Yes, that is exactly
so people
right.
can see what they need to do because
That's right.
Because these things need to be, and will those classes, the regular classes,
they're on there too. So on that website, you're going to find hyperlinks for mini course guide, traditional course guide, as well as an application. So you can go ahead, print that application off, pop it in the mail and send it to me with your course request, or you can swing it by my office. I keep a envelope outside for when I'm not there, but if I am there myself or one of my student workers is happy to take the application for you.
All right, tell them where your office is.
Yes, my office is located right off of Ocoee Street in the Higginbotham Administration Building at Lee University. So I tell people it's the building with the circular drive and the big fountain in front of it.
That's right.
So
yes, that's right.
They can bring it there. I'm on the second floor, 214.
And usually there's a receptionist there at the front.
There is.
And can direct people.
Yeah, so if you're not sure, just say, I'm looking for ENCORE, and they will point you in the right direction.
Very good. So now, actually, according to the banner,
yes,
that the registration begins August the 7th.
Yes, so that's going to be our in-person registration begins on Wednesday, August 7th. It will run from 8:30 to 2 p.m. 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. After that time, if you can't come during that time frame, it does move back to my office, and hours do vary. So I always recommend that if in-person registration is what you're going for, please try to make it to one of those 3 days.
Okay, and those 3 days are in the Communication Arts
Building. Yes.
Now, share where that is.
Yes, so that's a little bit more difficult to explain, but it is off of Church and Central, or you can also enter it off of Central and Ocoee Street.
Right.
So I tell people it's where the old J.C. Penney used to be, or the First Baptist Church administrative offices, whichever one is most familiar. But that's our Communication Arts Building, room 113. We'll have signs out, and it's a super easy access. So we love that location. It's on the first floor. Really easy to find. It's a great space to come and register.
And usually parking is not a problem because there's parking on the street, and then you can park across the street in the church parking lot and go right in.
And usually the lots, we do this early so that we have ample parking in those spots. So the lots are usually pretty empty.
Because your students aren't there yet.
Well, you know, a lot of people aren't there yet, so we utilize the space.
I love it. So when does regular school start for you?
Right. So our classes will begin on, I hope I don't say this wrong, I think it's August 22nd.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have some time before, but we've actually moved ENCORE registration up a week this year just to give our ENCORE students plenty of time to access the courses, but also you know, my office is also involved in new student orientation too, and so I want to be able to give my ENCORE students the attention that I'd like to give them.
Well, that is so nice of you. Now, do you want to tell about the
I would love to tell about
go ahead and
them.
tell about that
Okay,
one.
we have two really exciting things going on this year. Well, I say this year, this school year.
Okay.
The first one is we have a New England fall foliage trip. It is a 9-day trip, September 24th through October 2nd. Now, this one's a little tricky because the deadline for payment is August 19th. So we've been registering some returning students over the summer, but we do still have some space available.
Okay.
This is a trip that's going to go to Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we're talking 8 nights, first-class lodging, 7 breakfasts, 8 dinners. I mean, it's a great trip. It's $25.98 for double occupancy. We have a lot of individuals that would like to have single occupancy, and that's $33.98 if they'd like to do that. And so we have some spots available. That total cost just has to be paid by August 19th.
Okay. All right.
So that's our first trip.
Okay.
The second trip, I'm going to pull my phone up here.
Yes.
So excited about this one. I just booked it. This is breaking news. We are going to go on an Alaskan discovery.
This one is exciting.
Yes, it's 11 days, 10 nights. We're going to go to Fairbanks, Denali, Talkeetna, Seward, and Anchorage. I was telling Nancy a little bit about it earlier, but we're going to go to the Trans-Alaska Oil Pipeline. We're going to go to Denali Park. We're going to go to the dog kennel.
I love it.
Where they get the dogs for the Iditarod races. We're going to do a scenic train ride.
That's the one I want to do, the train ride.
The Conservation Center, the Alaska Native Heritage Center. I mean, it's going to be an incredible trip. It's not a cruise. This is a land tour. So we will fly to Alaska and then get with a group from there. But man, it's going to be incredible. We don't have the exact dates yet. I had to actually pre-book the trip. It's such a popular trip with the company that I'm using. I had to pre-book it before they release the dates. So it'll be in May or June of 2020.
All right.
I am currently taking refundable deposits of $350 for that trip if someone's interested in going on it.
That sounds great. So here again, they just need to see you at your office. Or go online to leeuniversity.edu/encore, and everything will be answered.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Bethany, you do such a good job, and I really appreciate you coming on today to talk about this, because this Encore is so awesome. And one of these days when I retire, I'm going to do Encore.
Nancy's never retiring.
But I am. I'm going, because I would really love to do the Dorothy L. Sayers Golden Age Mysteries, because no kidding, I loved those. So, and like I say, I've got videos. If anybody needs to borrow them, just let me know. I got DVDs.
Well, you can still take classes even if you're not retired.
I know that, if I could just work them in during my days and evenings.
Priorities.
I know, priorities, and I need to do that, but I don't do that. Bethany, thank you so much for being on with me today. I really appreciate it, because last year I tried to get Bethany on and things got crazy because I wanted to talk to her about Encore, and I'll keep reminding you all about Encore during my announcements every show, so that you all will remember to get over there and get signed up for these. So Bethany, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great seeing you. I guess I'll see you Wednesday.
What's Wednesday? No, I'm going to be in Nashville.
Oh, we'll
I have to go to the Capitol. I know.
We'll miss you. Okay. All right. Sorry. Folks, don't go away. We've got some commercials coming up, and we want you to support our sponsors because they help pay our bills. And I'll be right back with another guest, so don't go away.